Hello, hello everyone. This is Dr. Kausalya, Assistant Professor from the Department of Mass CA, Sri Ramakrishna College of Arts and Science. Now we are going to see a topic known as direct impact of two smooth spheres. A smooth sphere of mass m1 impinges directly with velocity u1 on another smooth sphere of mass m2 moving in the same direction with velocity u2. If the coefficient of restitution is e, we shall find the velocities after impact. Now this is the first ball with mass m1 moving with velocity u1, and the second ball is with mass m2 moving with velocity u2. Let AB be the line of impact, that is the common normal. Due to impact there is no tangential force, and hence for either sphere the velocity along the tangent is not altered by the impact. Before impact the spheres had been moving only along the line AB. Okay, the motion is only along AB. There is no any vertical motion, that is there is no motion along the tangent to AB. Hence for either sphere tangential velocity after impact and tangential velocity before impact are 0. So after impact the sphere will move only in the direction of AB. There won't be any direction in other there won't be any motion in other direction. Let the velocities after impact be v1 and v2. By Newton's experimental law, the relative velocity of m2 with respect to m1 after impact is minus e times the corresponding relative velocity before impact. So we get the equation 1. v2 minus v1 is the relative velocity after impact. u2 minus u1 is the relative velocity before impact. By the principle of conservation of momentum, the total momentum along the common normal after impact is equal to the total momentum in the same direction before impact. Here the LHS gives the momentum after impact, that is equal to total momentum before impact. Now you consider this operation 2 minus 1 into m2, that is multiply the equation 1 with m2 and subtract it from equation number 2. Multiply equation 1 with m2, subtract it 2. So you get this expression, that is we have obtained the velocity of the first sphere after impact. v1 is equal to m2 u2 into 1 plus e plus m1 minus e m2 into u1 by m1 plus m2. Now you multiply equation 1 with m1 and add it with 2. So you can get the value for v2 as this one, that is the velocity of the second sphere after impact. So equations 3 and 4 gives the velocity of the spheres after impact. That's what we need to. Now you consider these 2 points. If the two spheres are perfectly elastic, that is their coefficient of restitution is equal to 1 and their masses are also equal, m1 is equal to m2, then what happens, the velocity of the first sphere after impact, that is v1, will become as u2, that is it takes the velocity of the second sphere before impact. Similarly v2, that is the velocity of the second sphere after impact, is taken as the velocity of the first sphere before impact. That is, if two equal perfectly elastic spheres impinge directly, they interchange their velocities. Similarly, if the impulse of the blow on the sphere A of mass m1 equal to change of the momentum of A. So that is m1 into m2 1 plus e u2 minus u1 by m1 plus m2. The impulsive blow on m2 will be equal and opposite to the impulsive blow on m1. Now we consider a problem. A ball of mass 8 grams moving with a velocity 10 centimeter per second impinges directly on another mass 24 gram moving at 2 centimeter per second in a direction opposite to that of the 8 gram mass. Find their velocities after impact. So here we have considered first as the ball with mass 8 gram, and this is the ball with mass 24 gram. The ball with mass 8 gram moves with velocity u1 is equal to 10 centimeter per second, and similarly the ball with mass 24 grams moves in the opposite direction with the velocity 2 centimeter per second. Let v1 and v2 be the velocities of the two balls after impact. By Newton's experimental law, the relative velocity after impact is equal to minus e times relative velocity before impact. So here E is equal to 1 by 2, and the velocities after impact we don't know. Before impact is minus 2 minus 10. Here this the velocity of the second ball takes minus 2 since it is in the opposite direction. By conservation of momentum, we have the total momentum after impact is equal to total momentum before impact. So we get an expression 3v2 plus v1 is equal to 4. Now we can solve these equations 1 and 2 to find the values of v1 and v2, that is the velocities of the two masses after impact. So v1 we are getting it as minus 7 by 2 centimeter per second. Similarly, the velocity of the second sphere is v2 equal to half centimeter per second. The negative sign of v1 shows that the direction of motion of the 8 gram mass is reversed, as we have taken the direction left to right as positive and assumed v1 to be in this direction. Since v2 is positive, the 24 gram ball moves from left to right after impact, so that its direction of motion is also reversed. Now we can find the loss of kinetic energy due to the direct impact of two smooth spheres. Two spheres of given masses with velocities impinge directly to show that there is a loss of kinetic energy, and we shall find what is that amount of loss. Let m1 m2 be the masses of the spheres, u1 and u2 be the velocities before impact, and v1 and v2 be the velocities after impact, E be the coefficient of restitution. By Newton's experimental law, we have relative velocity after impact is equal to minus E times relative velocity before impact. By the principle of conservation of momentum, the total momentum after impact is equal to total momentum before impact. The total kinetic energy before impact is half times m1 u1 squared plus half times m2 u2 squared. Similarly, total kinetic energy after impact half times m1 v1 square plus half times that is equal to using 1 u1 minus u2 minus E into u2 minus u1 by m1 plus m2. Here u1 minus u2 is common, take it outside. So you get u1 minus u2 into 1 plus E by m1 plus m2. And substituting in 3, we get the change in kinetic energy is equal to half into m1 m2 u1 minus u2 1 plus E into u1 minus u2 1 minus E. u1 minus u2 into u1 minus u2 can be written as u1 minus u2 the whole square. 1 plus E into 1 minus E can be written as 1 minus E square. That is of the form a square minus b square. Hence change in kinetic energy is half times m1 m2 u1 minus u2 the whole square 1 minus E squared by m1 plus m2. We know that the coefficient of restitution E lies between 0 and 1. That is, its maximum value is 1. Hence, the expression 4 is always positive, and so the initial kinetic energy of the system is greater than the final kinetic energy. So, there is actually a loss of the kinetic energy by a collision. When both the bodies are perfectly elastic, that is E equal to 1, then the equation 4 becomes 0, which implies that there is no change in the kinetic energy after impact when the bodies are perfectly elastic. Now we consider another problem. A ball of mass 8 gram moving with a velocity of 10 centimeter per second impinges directly on another of mass 24 gram moving at 2 centimeter per second in the same direction. If E is equal to 1 by 2, find the velocities after impact. Also calculate the loss in kinetic energy. Let V1 and V2 be the velocities of the masses after impact. By Newton's experimental law, relative velocity after impact equal to minus E times relative velocity before impact. So we have V2 minus V1 is equal to 4 after substituting the values for U1, U2 and E. By principle of momentum, we have total momentum after impact is equal to total momentum before impact. So substituting the values for M1, M2, U1, U2, we get 3V2 plus V1 is equal to 16. Solving the above two equations, we have V1 is equal to 1 centimeter per second and the value of V2 is 5 centimeter per second. That is the velocities of the two masses after impact. The kinetic energy before impact is equal to half into m1 into u1 square plus half into m2 into u2 square. Substituting the values, we get 448 dynes. Similarly, the kinetic energy after impact is equal to half times m1 into v1 squared plus half times m2 into v2 squared. V1 and v2 here we found it as 1 and 5. Substituting, we get 304 dynes. Therefore, loss in kinetic energy is equal to 448 dynes minus 140 minus 304, that is equal to 144 dynes. Thank you.